Hi everyone, it is me, Carbundance again, and this is another day of what I ate a year ago when I thought I was recovering, but I wasn't really. This is a screenshot of Reasons to Recover. You can pause it and read it, it's just really good. I think anything that gives you reason to recover is just inspiring, at least it was for me then. This day I again I kept challenging the coconut flakes, and it looks like peanuts in there. And you could also see in the powder that it's not only cacao powder but also carrot powder, because I still used to be afraid of the cacao powder. Anything that made me feel suboptimal and not perfect enough was a fear of mine. At least my coffee was not black. I also could have used more plant milk, but just the fact for me that I didn't let go of the plant milk at all was a big thing for me already. I will keep talking about what you see on screen for today, because there were quite a few things that I did differently on that day. And like for someone who has never had a restrictive eating disorder or has never struggled with anything like restriction, it seems very not remarkable at all. Very unremarkable to just change little things up in what you're eating. But for someone who has been struggling with OCD and anorexia and struggle of eating unrestrictedly, that's a big deal. These screenshots you can pause also. I mean, it's an account that I was following back then very much, and this account very highly promotes recovering from eating disorders with weight training. And I just want to use this video to also say, to remind you that you do not have to weight train in order to recover. And I would even go as far as saying you should not try and attempt recovery with weight training. The reason is because you want to let go of controlling your body. You want to actually become free of all of these rules and conditions around food, and you can only eat more if you eat this type of food, and if you eat more protein, and watch your macros and eat as healthy and as whole food as possible. It's like, I'm sure the account means well, and I used to be very obsessed with their content when 1 year ago, which tells you a lot. Because I still thought, well, as long as I weight train very much and gain muscle, and as long as I still eat as whole food as possible, everything will be fine and I will recover. But I did not. I had to actually let go of all of this. And, this was also a screenshot. The account just made it seem so, it's not everything whole food, and everything is just very balanced and free. And for me, even trying to hold on to weight training and eating as many whole foods as possible, even if they might not eat all whole foods, was just very too obsessive. No way for me to recover. Just talking about my own experience here. Also, what you saw from this girl Audra here, I was just so obsessed about her eating as whole food as possible as well, which says nothing about her personally. Just for me, it just kind of fed my notion that I just had to stay as healthy as possible, which I really had to move away from when I got into real recovery. But this is Quasi Recovery, so that's what I'm talking about. You saw also the kind of affirmations that she was posting there, and I think they're just really inspiring, so you might want to write them down. For dinner there, I was actually challenging a food combining thing. I actually wanted grapes together and on top of this dinner. And I remember that these were not weighed, they were just on top, because I just spontaneously felt like combining them. And that was a big deal for me, even just fruit with dinner and starch and all of that stuff, the legumes that used to digest not optimally for me. because they are harder to digest. My digestion was a mess. But I just challenged that. I was like, screw it. I cannot live with the fact that I am just afraid of combining grapes with something, or even just adding grapes because I spontaneously feel like them. Yes, I'm glad these times are over. So this is just some impressions of what I ate a week ago. Just love this kind of very fudgy, sticky oats. I will share my recipe also with you guys. This was the Vitamix banana ice cream swirl. I call it banana whip because it really, like, the consistency is like a whip. It's just so creamy, just like cream. Yeah. And it's also, very fatty, very calorie dense. I always add some nut butters, and it's a huge portion. It's like extremely yummy, extremely dense. And this is not everything I ate on that day. I do eat snacks regularly. They are an everyday thing for me now, be it a bar, be it like anything in between that I might think of. I'm just gonna go and eat. There's just no negotiation whatsoever. I just, for the reasons I already told you in previous videos, I just don't want to be in the online realm, kind of finding myself having to defend myself or justify whatever I'm doing. I'm doing recovery for me and for no one else. So this is date paste. This is what I often use for my oatmeal. I also use normal sugar, white sugar as well. This is with berries, and it's, it is not because I actually want a muffin or something or cake, but that I'm just emphasizing that because that's how it used to be. I try to just make myself a more wholesome meal. This is, by the way, a rooibos tea with plant milk, and it's kind of like a latte. Love my liquid calories. This is a screenshot of the live streams that we did the last weeks in English and in German. If you haven't watched them, watch them. I think they're just super valuable. This is coconut cream, coconut milk, like the fat of coconut, and avocado. And I just dipped the veggies and the potatoes in there, and I just love to be able to just love creamy, fatty things. I think they're so important.